All right, thanks for joining us today. We are looking at Silver Surfer number 6 from the Fantastic Four Cosmic Clash starter set. He's coming in with Annihilators, Defenders, Cosmic, and Herald as his keywords. He has a fantastic trait, which is Behold the Power Cosmic. Free. Choose a standard attack power. Until your next turn, Silver Surfer can use the chosen power, and characters he hits can't use the chosen power. So it gives him the ability to pick attack powers like Pulse Wave, Steel Energy, or if your opponent has something that is a danger or a threat to you, then you could choose that hit and take away their ability to use their attack power in their counter attack. He has an even better movement power. The Surfer Soars. Hypersonic speed. When Silver Surfer uses it, he may be given a range action at no cost instead of making an attack. Of course, the thing that comes to mind first of all is Pulse Wave. So Hypersonic Pulse Wave is just devastating. Remember, hypersonic, you're going to have your range, and then with the pulse wave, you would half it again. So if you do choose to go that route, you would be cutting his 8 range to a 4, and then cutting it in half again to a 2. So still, that can be to your advantage because it's great to be able to get a single target pulse wave, and he has a long movement, and a 2 range could work for you because then it's easier to get single target out of that. He has a special damage power, which is free. Choose an improved targeting ability except for improved targeting blocking to use until your next turn. He may choose improved targeting blocking, destroy 1 piece of blocking terrain. So that's good. It gives him the ability to adjust to whatever is on the map, whatever terrain is there, and whatever your opponent might be bringing with them. So if they have barrier, then you could destroy a piece of barrier to get to them. If they smoke cloud and stealth, you could ignore or improve target in hindering. With Silver Surfer, has 3-point cost, 100, 200, 300. So if you use him on the 300-point dial, you probably will not be winning map. You have a lower chance if somebody brings a theme team. So being able to adjust to whatever map you find yourself on and whatever terrain is on it is a pretty good ability. Okay, let's take a look at the back of his card. Silver Surfer comes in at 3-point values, 300, 200, 100. He has an 8 range single target, the Defender's team ability, and Power Cosmic. The 300-point start-in line has a 13 speed, 12 attack, 19 defense, and 5 damage. 19 defense has invincible on it. The 200-point start-in line comes in with a 12 movement, 11 attack, 19 defense, and a 4 damage. So he just drops 1 on his attack, 1 on his speed, and 1 on his damage. And his 100-point starting line is an 11 movement, 11 attack, 18 defense, and 3 damage. Let's take a look at how that invincible would kick in. So if you start him here at the 300, even though he doesn't have any stop clicks, he is Power Cosmic, so that gives him protected outwit. He has the 19 here. If he gets hit for a high damage, he still maxes out with that invincible at 3, so that would knock him on to click 4, which is another invincible. If he gets hit again with high damage, he gets clicked and maxed out at 3, which puts him here again on invincible. And then from there he would max out at 3, which would put him here. So you do have something that does max out the damage that you can take at one time. So an opponent still has to work through those invincible clicks with a high defense value, a 19 and then another 19. If they just ding them for a little bit, then he gets the high defense value with a prob behind it. So they would have to hit that 19 twice or that 18 twice. If they ding him for a little bit on his 200 click, then he has a rollout chance and the prob. So multiple chances to get out of damage. With his ability to choose an attack power, if he gets hit onto these clicks, he can choose Steal Energy to get back up to a click that might have his special speed and damage powers. The versatility of what you can do on the attack, being able to choose, really opens up options for him, plus the ability to use a range during hypersonic. So he has all kinds of combinations that you can put together to adjust to whatever's across the board from you. All right, let's take a look at how far the Silver Surfer can reach with his hypersonic speed. We're going to say he just uses regular hypersonic speed and a ranged attack. So he has a movement of 13 and he has a range of 8. So with hypersonic you cut that range in half. So that would be a 13 movement and a 4 range. You can see Silver Surfer is still in his starting area, and way over on the other side is Dr. Doom. That's how far he can reach. So he could go 13 squares and then shoot 4. He flies and he ignores, or he has improved movement characters. So with hypersonic, he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Take a shot 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can make it all the way over to there and shoot Doom, who has come out of his starting area by 4 squares. So Silver Surfer can get all the way across that map, shoot in for 5 damage on his top click on 300 points. Alright, in this example we have Silver Surfer over here, still in his starting area, and we have Doom over there. He's on row 12, so halfway across the map. Remember, Silver Surfer has the trait of free. Choose a standard attack power. Until your next turn, Silver Surfer can use the chosen power, and characters he hits can't use the chosen power. He has his special movement, which is hypersonic speed. When he uses it, he may be given a range action at no cost instead of making an attack. And he has a special damage power on his first click, where he gets to pick that improved targeting ability. So on this example, we have an opponent that's halfway across the map. We have Silver Surfer still in his starting area. He has that hypersonic, and we're looking at his 300-point starting click. So he has a 13 speed, 8 range, 12 attack, 19 defense, 5 damage. He could choose Pulse Wave, so hypersonic Pulse Wave. Since it's hypersonic, you would cut his range in half to 4, and since it's Pulse Wave, you would half it again to 2. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and get a 2 range Pulse Wave off from that square. And that was 9 movement, single target Pulse Wave with a 5 damage. Then he still has 10, 11, 12, 13. So he can then move back here. That's going to be tough for people to get. Hypersonic is tough enough already, but with Silver Surfer's improved movement and fly, and he has the range that he can pick, he can be very tough to pin down, and he can be dealing out super high damage. If he does get hit, you can always choose Steal Energy instead, and you can, that's an ability that allows him then to heal up when he hits. With the 12 attack and then 11 attack for the middle of his dial and then 10s at the end, hopefully he could have a good shot of hitting people and being able to heal back up. Let's take a look at this example of how you can use the Silver Surfer's traits and abilities. Again, he has the hypersonic speed where he can do a range instead of an attack. And this time, let's take a look at his special damage power where he can choose then improved targeting ability except for improved target and blocking. Right where he's at, he has an 8 range, so he could take the shot from right here, choosing improved target and elevation, and just shoot Doom right where he's at. He could pick Pen Psi to get that to be a 12 attack with 5 penetrating damage. All right, let's take a look at this example. So if Doom tries to base up Silver Surfer, we can take advantage of the improved movement characters to then hypersonic away. So we'll look at his 200 point start click, which gives him a 12 movement, the 11 attack, and 4 damage. Now, of course, he can use the other parts of his special abilities and powers, but we're just going to take a look at the movement, how far away he can go. So he could hypersonic from here. Since he has improved movement characters, he wouldn't need to do that breakaway roll because he automatically breaks away. So even with the hypersonic, he picks up a +2, but in this case, he doesn't even have to do that. So he can hit Doom from here and then go 12 squares. So that could get him this far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he could get all the way back to here. You can barely see that square. Now that's what makes this figure pretty annoying for your opponent in action, because they're going to work to try to close in on him or get within his range, but he can just move around the board with high movement values and the ability to pick some different attack powers. So there's all kinds of combinations you can do that will make him very hard to be pinned down. Overall, Silver Surfer is one of my favorite comic characters, and it's great to see him back in Heroclix. He has powers and abilities that I think represent what he does. A very mobile character that hits hard for high damage and is going to be tough for other characters to catch up to. Overall, I would play him at the 300 points just to be able to fly him around the map, even though that might not be super competitive, but the lower point values could find their way onto some competitive builds. His point cost does make it a little bit hard to put together something that could be ultra competitive, but 200 and 100 points, you can then put things around him, support his abilities, perplexes, some TK. It could really open things up also. So maybe the 200 points with some TK or perplex there could make him even tougher to pin down. You can TK him out, get him all the way across the map, or halfway. If your opponent moves up, TK him out. He can do hypersonic hit and basically get all the way back across the map. So hopefully our examples today show you different ways you can use his powers and abilities, and let me know what you think of him, how you are going to use him on some teams, or if you think he has potential in the competitive scene. All right, thanks for watching today. Check it out. If you dig what we do, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.